My dear children, today I have come before you with a new topic on science, things around us. In this lesson, I am going to discuss about living thing and non-living things, natural things and man-made things. So let us begin our lesson. We see many things around us. When we go out of our house, we can see many things outside our house. The things that we see around us are of many kinds. They can be grouped into two categories. Number one, living things and non-living things. Number two, natural things and man-made things. So, first, let me discuss with you what is a living thing and what is a non-living thing. I will teach you how to identify a living thing and also how to differentiate between a living thing and a non-living thing. Now, what are living things? Plants, animals, and humans are living things. There are certain characteristics, or you may say certain traits, by which we know that that thing is a living thing. Now, what are those characteristics? Number one, living things breathe. This is called as breathing. We all breathe. Without breathing, we cannot survive. Living things need to breathe. Now, what is breathing? Breathing is a process by which we take in and give out air. That is called as breathing. So, the first and foremost characteristics of a living thing is that a living things breathe. Number two, living things grow. Living things grow. We all were small once and we grow by an everyday process. So it is a natural process by which the living things grow. From a small child or from a small sapling, a big tree grows. From a small child, we grow to a big man and then we grow old. So this is a continuous process. So number two is living things grow. Now children, to grow what do we need? To grow we need food. That means we need to eat. And this is the third characteristics of a living thing. Living things eat. Number four, the living things move. We move from one place to another. Without anyone's help, we can move independently. So all the living things move from one place to the other. And for the plants, plants are also living things. But let me tell you, the plants cannot move from one place to the other, but they also show their movements. How? I will tell you now. A sunflower. You must have seen a sunflower. A sunflower always turns towards the sun. So this is also a kind of movement. A touch-me-not plant. It's a small plant has got small leaves. Now children, once you touch the leaves of that plant, it closes for a time being. Touch me not plant, when we touch the plant, the leaves closes. So this is also a kind of movement. So the plants also shows movement by not moving from one place to the other, but they also show movement. So this is how living things move. And then the living things reproduce. What is reproduction? To lay eggs or give birth to young ones. Some animals lay eggs like a bird, and some do not lay eggs but give birth to the young ones. So there are 5 characteristics by which we know that it is a living thing. Let me tell you once more. Number 1, living things breathe. Number 2, living things grow. Number 3, living things eat food. Number 4, living things can move on their own. And number 5, living things reproduce. This is all about the characteristics of a living thing. Now let us come to the non-living things. Non-living things are the things that cannot grow, do not move on their own, they do not eat food, they do not reproduce, and do not need air to live. Now, let me come to the point of living things do not move. Do not move means cannot move on their own. You must have seen a fan moving to give you air when it is summertime. From a fan you get cool breeze and you have seen it moving. But my dear children, although the fan is moving, it is not a living thing. Why? Because a fan cannot move on its own. A fan needs the help of electricity to move. When we want the fan moving, we switch it on. And as we switch it on, the electricity reaches the fan and the fan starts moving. So the fan is taking the help of something to move. It cannot move on its own. Similarly, a chair. A chair also moves with the help of humans. When we displace a chair from one place to the other, the chair moves, but it cannot move on its own. So always remember, children, living things cannot move on its own. Fan, table, ball, bat, book, television, your toys are some examples of non-living things. So this is how you are going to differentiate between a living thing and a non-living thing. Now let us come to the next part, where I will tell you about natural things and man-made things. All the living things are natural. Living things can never be man-made. Do remember this. All the living things are natural things. Now, there are 2 categories of a non-living thing. Non-living things can be natural or man-made. Some non-living things that are made by man are called as man-made things. There are many things that we make. Can you give one example? Yes, your toys, your books and copies, pencils, erasers, table, chair, all these things are man-made things. We make these things. So these are called as man-made things. Some non-living things that are found in nature are called as natural things. One simple way to remember about the natural things are that the things that are made by God are called as natural things. For example, sun, sunlight, water, air, animals, humans, mountains, trees, rivers, all these are natural things. Soil, all these are natural things. Because these things are found in nature, and please remember, we cannot make these natural things. Natural things cannot be made by us. So, these are all about natural things and man-made things. Now children, I'll give you one activity. It is very interesting. Look at the picture, and from this picture you find out 5 living things and 5 non-living things and note it down in your notebook. Hope you have understand this chapter. Next day I'll be back with you with another new chapter. Till then, goodbye.